Let's bring her out right now from Capitol Records, Miss Tori Kelly.
You guys are so nice.
Now, wait, we gotta talk for a minute now. Y'all wanna just chill with Tori for a second? Y'all good? Can we do that? All right, now, put your hands up, artists out here, because I got artists who's trying to get in the game. Here's the deal. Now, we got a lot of people who are trying to get in the game, who are trying to do kind of what you've done and really just get thrust into like this crazy world that you're living in now. Tell them about going from not having anyone knowing your name to everyone chasing you with tea.
Chasing me with tea.
Yeah, they want to have tea with Tori. Everybody, y'all want to have tea with Tori?
Oh my gosh.
How does it feel to go from that obscurity to just pop stardom?
Oh man. It feels, it's mixed, because for me, like, it doesn't feel like it was, I say this a lot, but it doesn't feel like it was like an overnight thing. Like it was just like I woke up and then all these things started happening. It was definitely a process, and I definitely had to work for it, you know. And so I think when I remember writing songs, I first started writing songs when I was like 15, and just ever since then, it's been crazy. There's so many, it's hard to like define like a certain point in time where I was like, oh, it's clicked, because I feel like I'm still learning things. But it definitely took time. It wasn't like just woke up and it all happened, you know.
Well, let's talk about the writing aspect of it, because that's a big part of it. A lot of people got the voice. When did you know that you wanted to actually sing your own words instead of other folks penning your stuff?
It was around 15 years old. That's when I realized that I was doing shows a lot before then, but I was just doing like other people's songs. And there was a time when I just got sick of asking people to play guitar for me. So I was just learned like 3 chords. And, ooh, this is feeding back. Do you guys hear that? Check. Is that, okay.
Woo, sound check, woo! She said check. That's so awesome.
Oh my gosh. I forgot what I was saying. Now I distracted.
Well,
me.
you picked up, because that's the big thing.
Oh,
like,
the songwriting thing. No,
yeah.
that was huge. Like when I realized that what I was doing by recording ideas into my phone and like writing random lines here and there, when that clicked for me that was actually creating music, and I just learned. I only knew like 3 chords on the guitar. That just like changed my whole mindset, because now my approach was like, sure, I'll post a cover on YouTube, but then like check out this song that I just wrote, people of the interwebs, you know? So it just made me more excited to actually share my own words and my own feelings rather than someone else's. And even if it didn't get like a lot of views, it just felt good to like have it live somewhere to where people could hear it if they wanted.
It's also dope because when you talked about being in your room, people have a dream like in their minds of what studio is like. Yeah. They're like, I'm gonna get the studio and there's gonna be craft services. Beats. Diddy's gonna be on the couch. Like MTV's gonna be outside trying to get at me. And it's not that sexy at the beginning.
No.
You're in your bedroom.
It's still not.
Like your mom was like, she was singing in like the microphone of the laptop. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, before anything really, I had all these ideas, and I didn't want to wait for that opportunity. Oh, you're so cute. Oh my gosh. Hi, I just noticed. Oh my, you're the cutest. Wait, I'm so distracted now. That was so cute. Just like right in the middle of my sentence. I love you. What is your name? Natalia? So cute. How old are you? 7. You're adorable. Oh, it's 26.
Hey. Somebody said 26. Hey, man.
Anyways.
Hey, wrong dude. Hey.
I like this group of people already, but you guys
these are big Tori fans here.
It's crazy.
Now, you know what's funny is like Natalia is like, I love you, and she's having her moment right now. When you were that age, who was that person where if you were standing down there, you'd be like, ah.
Oh gosh, at 7 years old, you know, I was really into gospel music at that age. I still am.
All right, give it up for the Lord. Give it up for the Lord.
Yes.
There you go. Jesus got a shout out. This is
I
going to be a
love
good
that.
day.
Yes, shout out to him. Yes. No, for real, that was awesome. But yeah, I was really, really into gospel. So there's a singer named Crystal Lewis that I just really, really looked up to. And also another singer named Rachel Lampa I remember meeting at that age. And I was just like fangirling so hard over them. So, yeah.
Do you still fangirl now?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
All the time, yeah.
Like you get excited? Because, I mean, I know you mentioned one of my favorite artists that you like,
Who's
Jay
that?
Moss.
Oh, Jay Moss.
And
Yes,
with Jay Moss, like,
yeah.
if you don't know, if you like runs, like, Jay Moss sing his face off, and
yeah.
he slip in a little gospel.
Yeah.
But it's like, when you mention him, I'm like, the diversity of the artists that you like really kind of came together to give you your sound. Talk about liking different like, you know, genres.
Yeah, I would say it started with gospel music, and then my parents, I love them so much because they, I mean, for other reasons more than just this, but they played so many different types of music in our house. So they would play, I mean, even like Led Zeppelin next to like Lenny Kravitz, and then you had like Maxwell and Jill Scott, and like Earth, Wind, and Fire, and just like all kinds of just really good quality music. And then on top of that too, I always say like I always had an ear for like what was happening in pop music though, like top 40 stuff. I'm like a huge NSYNC fan, and like like anything
Not
like 90s.
bigger than me.
Anything,
Bye. Ah!
anything like 90s pop. So I felt like everything that I grew up listening to, if you guys have the album, I think you can kind of hear like little bits of all of that. Kind of came like full circle for me.
You guys like the album? Let's see, like City. Wait, we're gonna do it like a little impromptu like research session here. City Dove, you like that song?
Oh.
Okay, what about Expensive? You like that song? I think that'd be a dope single I'm trying to get. All right, let's see. What about with Ed Sheeran? I'm just
Now
saying.
they're just cheering for whatever you say.
They're like, whatever Ed Sheeran! No.
Should say a song that's not on the album to really test them. Yeah. Oh, I'm down, yeah.
What?
Fifth Harmony.
With Fifth Harmony? Okay.
I'm down, yeah.
Down,
I love
she's down.
them.
Is there anybody out there who you like on your dream list that you said, hey, man, now that I'm in the game, I should be able to call this person and say, let's do something. I'm Tori Kelly now.
No. I wish, I mean, it doesn't really work like that. But no, anybody that I listed, like as far as who I grew up listening to, would be dope. But also, trying to think, do you guys know who Lecrae is?
Yeah.
We were like just talking today about doing a collab, so hopefully that happens. And then
That's dope.
I always thought it'd be cool to collab with Justin Timberlake. That might be. I don't know.
That would be kind of
We'll
hot.
see.
Can you dance? Because he's going to make you dance.
Yeah, I mean, he also plays guitar though too.
He
That
does.
might be kind of.
And that's what I mean. Like artists, when we talked about doing this Tampa Bay talent search, we were talking about the next Justin Timberlake, Ed Sheeran, Tori, the next, Alicia Keys, somebody who can take their ideas and put them to pen and to music. And when I first met Tori, when she was on the air, you guys heard her when she was on the air singing, and people were driving off the road like, who is this girl singing? It's crazy. Now, it was funny. She told me, she's like, I want my music to be no gimmicks, no fakes. And a lot of people who are in the studio now, they have tricks and auto-tunes and stuff. And, I mean, not everybody can do those things that you and a Justin Timberlake or whoever can do. So it was very important for you to stay true and make sure your instrument was your instrument. Talk about not going too technical into the tricks and stuff.
Yeah, I think the temptation is always there, or at least it was always there as I was kind of figuring out what my sound was gonna be, because it's so easy to just like want to sound like what you hear, or compare yourself to these other artists that are out there and be like, oh, okay, they sound perfectly in tune, so I'm gonna throw this auto-tune on here, and then I'm gonna like to put this beat on here, or even you could flip it, even if that is you, and be like, okay, wait, now these acoustic artists are coming out, so maybe I should like be writing acoustic songs. So all of this, I'm sure you guys know, if you're an artist, you know how that goes. And so it can get like, it can really stress you out. And there was a point where it wasn't like an instant, immediate thing where I was just like, this is my sound, I'm gonna do this. Like, it's definitely a process that you have to allow yourself to go through. And sometimes it sucks because you're like, why are you telling me to do this type of song? I want to do this type of song, but it probably won't get that big because I should listen to you. And like, there's a point where you just have to like really try everything, but also know like what your gut is saying. Because I think it's good to experiment, but at the same time, like you know what you're comfortable on stage doing. You know what I mean? So that was a lot. I just went on a rant.
No, it's good because I wanted you to make sure before we let you sing to talk to these people who are like out here who want to get into this space. And it's really, I think everybody who's been out here who wanted to really do what you do and get into the game has had that low moment where they're like, man, maybe I should go back to like working 9 to 5 or maybe I should give up because it's not happening as fast as I want.
Right.
Did it ever get to that point where you were like, maybe this ain't gonna happen, I need to come up with something else?
I definitely hit a few lows when, gosh, I don't remember how old I was, but I mean, I've been singing for a long time, and I was signed when I was 12 years old. So when that kind of fell through, I was in every single studio, working with every producer. Like, I thought I was gonna like have an album out. I had enough songs to put out like 3 albums. And so I was just kind of going through the motions though, because I had no idea what was happening. So once all the political mess went down and I ended up splitting with the label, in that moment I was devastated and heartbroken that I felt like everything that I had just worked for was just like, no more, it's on the floor now. And even though I was so young, those were moments where I was just like, well, maybe like this isn't for me, like maybe I'm just meant to sing like on the side or something. And I just knew that wasn't gonna be, like I was just not gonna be happy if I wasn't singing. I think what clicked for me though was allowing myself to write about those low moments, because it would have been so easy to just shut that off and be like, okay, gotta keep going, gotta like keep trying this. But the second I stopped and wrote, you guys might know this song, I wrote a song called Worth It when I was like really, really, really low. And I used that feeling of being uninspired and it turned into like inspiring the whole song, because I was literally just singing about being uninspired. And so I think it's just moments like that that really just defined like who I was as an artist. And I didn't have to think about my sound or anything. It just happened because I knew what I was feeling.
I think everybody here is pretty happy that you didn't quit.
Thanks.
And I'm gonna get out of the way because I'd like you to sing, because as a fan, I don't want to hear me no more. So how about this? Let's let Tori do what she do, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, Capitol Records recording artist, Tori Kelly!